Well, happy Friday, day 5 of the Renaissance. It's been a fun journey learning with Ren. So I'm gonna be pretty straightforward about this video. I'm gonna do hunger and success, all right, in this video, and I'm gonna get straight into it right now because at the end is when I'm gonna do all my talking. I know a lot of y'all have been looking for the Easter eggs and things like that throughout these videos and wondering what has he come up with and how has he made this entertaining for us. And like I said, it's nothing crazy. It's just something fun where I'm like, I wonder if they can decipher the messages I'm putting out because Ren fans have dug so hard. So I'm gonna get straight into this, and I know right off the rip what I'm noticing is the pig head. This thing is haunting me with these Ren videos. Oh man. So welcome to day 5 of the Renaissance. I hope y'all have enjoyed it. I really do. So I'll talk to y'all at the end of this. Let's get right into this. The hunger.
Poison in my veins lights a flame in my brain that maintains the pain that may change my frame of mind. Blind, I design rhymes intertwined, double time, genuine Frankenstein. I made a monster. Conquer, music scene, golden ticket, Wonka. Conjure, lyrics in my belly, I got thunder. Younger, everybody wishes they were younger. The older I'm getting, the more I feel the hunger. Belted like a welterweight, helter skelter, need Alka-Seltzer, alpha, beta, delta. I help you into the fall, I shelter, melt a mind, a tea with these rhymes. I find you never felt a feeling like this. Feeling me, believing I'm a demon, I'm a devil. Fuck the game, completed every level, I'm a vessel. For spirits, a channeler, on my lyrics, I'm a rebel. I raise my fist, the anti-capitalistic pissed, I revel. In society collapsing, fantastic, now pump the treble. Tick to the top of the tip of my tongue, and time into telepathy. Terrified them with the terrible telekinesis tantrum. I torture the enemies, flowing and flowing and growing and flowing. I swallow the flow like a Toblerone. I'm a feast on the flow, I'm a beast with the flow. Then I'm switching it up and I'm taking it low. Kitty with a black heart in the car park by Primark. Jamming Django, Reinhardt, living with a raw star. Refine rats with a fine art. Vincent Van Gogh, I start making my mark like Frankie Sinatra. King call me Arthur. And my style is homegrown like growing Cali weed. Don't need no personal trainer, I got trainers on my feet. You know I got the soul in my bowl when I eat. You know I'm staying grounded when I grind up my beef. But if you got a problem, my brother, I might just put on some rubber gloves and just choke it till I rupture some blood that just bubbles up. And the bubbles just double up and you struggle. But lucky suckers, I'm subtle at covering up the trouble. Cover up the crime scene, 1990, that's my scene. My teen years were spent rolling the Thai green. Obscene fiend in a pair of baggy jeans, putting backy with the green. Roll a fatty, dopamine starts flowing. My cerebellum glowing, the pendulum is slowing. I'm swinging and I'm swaying, but I don't know where I'm going. Mind running, Jesse Owens, hallelujah, Leonard Cohen. All the seeds that I've been sowing, slowly growing like trees. I grow, then I preach, scrap that I teach over beats. To all those that seek, teach on these streets. Streets can be bleak, but bleak was the place. But I rose to my feet.
Man, look. You have a hunger as an artist, right? And you want to make the best tracks you could possibly make every time. And with the way he's explaining that, he's trying to let them know, like, I'm not worried about the industry and everything. And I'm hungry. And when you're hungry, you go hard. And I'm pretty sure he just did that. That was solid. All right, let's go. Ren success. Yep. Y'all know how this goes.
I want to keep this short and sweet.
All right, so 1 million subscribers. So I'm assuming, and I've showed y'all before, I'm subscribed to Ren, but I'm assuming he hit 1 million subscribers and he's defining success in his own words. So let's see what he's got to say. I'm really interested in this because a lot of people recommended this, and I don't think it's a song or nothing. He's just talking. So, yep.
I want to keep this short and sweet because I wrote something that I want to share with you. But first of all, I just want to say how grateful I am. I've reached 1 million subscribers on YouTube, which is
flipping huge milestone.
Awesome.
I wanted to say thank you to everyone who supported my music over the years, whether you're newly on board or have been here for a while. I wanted to say thank you to the YouTube reaction community who have gotten behind my stuff in a big way and really helped me reach this goal. So thank you guys. Yeah, I wanted to read this passage that I wrote about success. It's too much for me to remember right now, so bear with me. But yeah, success to me means that I have a responsibility that transcends me. If I have a platform where people are paying attention, then I feel like it's my duty to make that count. It's far more important than my aspirations with music and what I could personally gain. There's a saying that stuck with me recently, which was a rising tide lifts all ships. Somehow, by finding success for myself has meant that I can find success for the people around me, and that makes me feel very rich. I'm in a very strange position right now where I owe much of my success to the most destructive force in my life, which has been the turbulence of my physical and mental illness. The thing that has by far brought me the most pain has been a source of constant inspiration, which ironically led to creations which brought me the most joy. Creating art which means something to somebody else and can potentially be a companion to somebody else in the dark justifies my own pain, and I desperately needed that to be justified. There are a lot of people alive today who live in the dark. It's a place that I'm very familiar with. In the peak of my health problems, I was severely underweight. All my meals had to be restricted and blended, and I was so tired that I couldn't participate in life. I couldn't socialize, I couldn't watch films, I couldn't read. My bones constantly hurt. Even standing in the shower was excruciating and exhausting. And this went on for years, with no answers. Nobody could have ever convinced me during that time that my pain and suffering would be a source for something good, because it felt insidious. Nobody could have ever convinced me that something constructive can come from hurting every day. But I'm here to tell you that if you are hurting every day, don't be afraid. One thing I know to be a certain, to be a constant law of the universe, is that life is inconsistent. Life is beautiful and life is hideous. Life is kind and life is cruel. Dancing inside this dichotomy and inconsistency makes me know that you won't hurt forever, whether that comes from resolution of what you're going through or acceptance of where you are. You won't hurt forever. You don't know yet whether or not your pain conceals gold. It definitely conceals wisdom, and it's definitely a catalyst for filling you with empathy. So stand strong, my friends, and don't let the darkness consume you, because once you know the dark and become intimate with it, you become very capable of wielding the light. You could be instrumental for changing this world for the better. There's nothing humble about shrinking or doubting yourself because you are large. You can be ferocious and you could be magnificent. For the medical industry, who too often let people fall through the cracks, it's your duty to do better. For the people living in the light, who have either stepped out of their shadow or have never had to walk beside it, it's your responsibility to put out untainted love. Our own greed, desire to ferociously expand, and decisions rooted in self-interest can benefit ourselves in a material sense, but can be very destructive to the hive and the world around us, ultimately hurting ourselves. So we really must consider that if we're going to step into a bright future. As humans, we have an incredible potential, and it would be a shame to throw it away. So community, humanity, and changing our relationship with the natural world so it leans more towards homeostasis must be a priority number one. If you're watching this and there's a knot tied up in your stomach with bitterness, anger, or hatred for your fellow human being, be with it, feel it, understand it, express it, and then let it go. You're hurting. Give yourself love, forgive yourself, and then project that love outwards, and the anger will pass. We have a decision in every interaction to tilt the world towards heaven or hell, towards Jannah or Jahannam, utopia or dystopia, and some people's ideas of heaven will be another's image of hell. So tread carefully, but treat those differences with respect. Tapestries are made beautiful because of the variety in the sum of their parts. Thank you to 1 million people inside this rich tapestry for the opportunity for me to try and spread my own vision of what I believe to be good. And thank you for justifying my pain. Thank you. I love you.
Man, you could tell he meant that. You could hear his voice toward the end. Oh, man. Look, I'm going to get into two things with this, all right? Number one is going to be off of this. And number two will be the final of the Renaissance. He said something heavy in there where he said, when you learn to live in the dark or living in the dark, a place you're familiar with, you know, the happiest people can also be the saddest. You never know. I know a lot of people come to this channel and they relate to me with, you know, the military background and getting out soon. They like my story, want to see it follow. And like I said, and I'm gonna talk for a minute. So, you know, if you're done with it, you know, just leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. But I'm gonna talk for a minute. So, you know, when I started this channel, it was to help my friends out with music. I had, no idea that I would have a YouTube channel that, you know, lifted, and a lot of it happened because I reacted to Ren. And I only did this a couple weeks ago. I mean, I haven't even hit a full month yet, not even close yet, to having this channel, and I broke 1,000 views or 1,000 subscribers, and I was like, oh my God. I mean, that's not even a piece of that, you know? And to me, that's huge. And I think it's the greatest thing because, you know, at first I was like, oh, this, you know, I wanted to have the channel to help my friends out with music. That was it. And then that evolved into, you know, I wanted my mic quality to be better right away. And then by my 5th or 6th video, started getting a little lift. And I was like, man, my camera quality needs to get better. And I did that because I wanted it to be good for them watching and whoever was watching, since people were watching. And I was like, all right, you know, the background's coming eventually. If you don't know, you know, I know a lot of y'all are new to this, so my channel, because I'm new. But, you know, the background, you know, I'm moving in a couple months, and it doesn't make sense to set it up just to break it right back down to me. So, you know, the background will come, and I've been a man of my word the whole time, and it's going to stay that way. You know, you put in reactions that y'all want to see me react to, and I'm going to try to get to them. I'm not promising reactions and things like that. But you know, with the channel starting to take off like it did, I was like, what do I do now? And y'all made recommendations, and I stuck with them, and y'all are the reason that this channel went, honestly. And I thank every one of you for it. If you're watching this, thank you, you know. But when it started to take off, I started getting comments about personal stories that I would think wouldn't be shared with me. And people are telling me, you know, this channel helped their page, and they liked the connection, they liked the conversation, they liked it. They said it felt like talking to me on a phone. and some of the stuff they've told me about as far as their life goes and how it's helped them in their life, this channel, man, I had no idea that I was capable of something like that, honestly. I've, you know, done music for years. I've done numerous things in the military, and I've made a pretty decent name for myself, everything that I've touched, you know, but it's never been anything impactful. And I honestly feel like, you know, even if it's just one person that it helps, I'm here for it. And I truly mean when I say, you know, I understand nobody wants to have a bad day. I live by that. And in the military, it's like, with me, my thoughts, I have a lot of things I live by. You know, no one wants to have a bad day. Somebody somewhere trusts you with a kid that doesn't even know your face and things like that. So I've always been approachable and so on. So being able to talk to people, being able to share this with you, and the comments y'all have made have pushed me. Honest to God, they have. And I truly appreciate that. I really do, because I've been through a lot myself. And with him talking about, I think I related to him a lot, because I'll break it to you. So I've got 4 deployments under my belt, and it's like, I've been through a lot of stuff. So with any vet, I'll give you an example, and you'll see it in the comments here shortly. I was in Bosnia before, not a big deal. Iraq, early on, I was in Solder City, so 2007 to 9. And then 2010 to 11, I deployed again to Iraq again. And then 2012 to 13, I deployed to Afghanistan. In the mix of all that, I moved houses. I came back, moved again, had kids, watched them grow up through a screen. And, that's the life I chose. And nobody wants to, you'll have people that come along and they're like, oh, well, that's the life you chose. Like, it's the hand you're dealt. It's not, nobody wants to live a violent life. And the most friendly people can also be the most violent. And that's something that in my head I have to deal with. And, the friends I've lost along the way and the things I won't ever get back, it's being able to share a little piece of that with y'all it might help somebody. And that's all I care about. I'll never come on here and give my story. Won't happen. But, you watch the channel, you learn a little bit about me. And, it's just me sharing a piece of myself with you and having somebody that's able to relate. I appreciate that. But anyway, enough of that. Thank you. Honestly, thank you. Ren, thank you for sharing your story. For the people here, we all appreciate you. You are 100% a genuine, talented, exquisite individual that can do so much with music. And it's impressive because some people get stuck in one instrument style, whatever, and they're scared to venture out. And like you said, don't worry about the haters. They're going to come. It's easy. You can ignore them, right? Don't let somebody else ruin your day because somebody out there is really looking up to you. So finishing off with the Renaissance. And somebody liked when I did this before, so I'm going to do it one last time for y'all. Henceforth and behold. Say it with me. Look, I had a great time with y'all. This was fun. This was a blast, honestly. But here we go. Right into it. The Easter eggs. All right, I'm just going to read this, and I'm going to have it in my head kind of how I had it broke down if it makes any sense. So as far as the videos go, right? All right. So we reacted to Tails, Money Game, Big Push, Suicide, For Joe, Freckled Angels, How to Be Me, Murder, Back on 74, Genesis, Hunger, and Success, right? So in my head, I made a storyline for y'all. You have, and I'm not talking about Jenny and Screech. I'm just talking about two random people, right? So I took and made these tales for y'all. So these two people ended up with money, and then they had a big push, right? One of them, right? And then that person dedicated a memory to them, for Joe, and remembers them as an angel. And once they learned to deal with it, they went back on 74 to the beginning, Genesis. And then they found that hunger again for success. So it's a little crappy storyline I came up with for y'all. That's all it is. Something fun, but there's more. All right. This is where it gets really good, though. So I was introduced to Ren with High Ren, right? High Ren was released on December 15th, 2022. So take out the year, right? We're talking about December 15th in particular. 1-5. One event, the Renaissance, for 5 days. December is the 12th month. We did 12 songs. There's more. What if we put Ren and the number 12 together? You get Ren 12. Do you know what Ren 12 is? So Ren 12, it's an acupuncture, right? It deals with a lot of stuff, but the main things I got from it were it deals with insomnia and emotional disorders as well, along with a bunch of other stuff, right? It's located between your belly button and like your lower ribs, like one hand, right? And what sits in that chest cavity is your heart. And Ren has given us his heart. Last thing was we finished on the 12th, right? We did 12 songs. And last thing, we started on the 8th. What happened on the 8th? The eclipse. Before I started the Renaissance, and I made the announcement for the Renaissance, dear Renegades, right? What was the video picture that I used in the bottom right corner? It was Children of the Moon. So, if it doesn't fit you, I'm sorry. I tried to make it fun, but I think, I put a lot of thought into that. Having a storyline and when it started and having an Easter egg from back then, Dear Renegades from the start of it and when I met him, it was just a whole lot of things that, y'all could have found and some of y'all did find some stuff. And, I hope y'all enjoyed that. I really do. Thank you, Ren, for sharing your story with us. Thank you all for being here. Thank you so much. But this isn't the end of Ren on this channel, not by no means. With what he's done for this channel, what he's done for all of you and us here together, and the way I'm able to translate his story in my own way and y'all share. We're not saying nobody's right or wrong. We're just trying to all come together as a community. And on this page and in this channel, this is a community. No matter what artist brought you here, I'm glad you're here. I hope you stick around for the ride. I hope you subscribed. But we're going to get back into normal reactions after this. And, man, I don't want to end this. But Renaissance is complete. So, on this day, I will see y'all in the next video. Don't know what it is yet. So, leave me some comments down below what to react to. Y'all have a great weekend. And thank y'all so much.